And welcome back to Phase 2 of Strategic Gaming's coverage of Survivor the Amazon. So we start off, Jan, she's pissed that her ally Joanna is gone and that Dina betrayed them. And Dina, she's like on top of the world. She's like, I just pulled off this blindside. I'm running this game, and this is awesome. Shauna, at this point, just begging to be put out here. She's like, I'd like to just go. Please, guys, just, give me my wish to leave this game. Alex hurts himself with a machete on the men's drive. And actually, not the only machete injury we'll get on Survivor. These machetes are dangerous here. And Dina and Jan, they get in an argument because, Jan feels isolated. She's lashing out at Dina. And so each tribe has to send their youngest representative. Dave, the youngest of the men. Jenna, youngest of the women. Rob, kind of annoyed that Dave gets to go and that he's stuck back there because he's the second youngest. And he really wanted to go on that ride. So yeah, Rob, not real happy about that one. So they get a night away from camp. Jenna spills the alliance, the women's alliance, to Dave. Kind of gives him a little too much information. And had she given this to maybe someone else, like Rob, they probably weren't able to use it a little better. So Dave and Jenna going to be picking tribes here. And Dave picks, because he knows the alliances, Heidi, Butch, Christy, Roger, and Jeanne. Well, Jenna has Alex, Dina, Rob, Shauna, and Matt. Rob, not a fan of Dave's strategy with how the tribes were kind of picked here. Shauna, as soon as she sees men, she's rejuvenated. Like her and Alex are flirting, and Shauna all of a sudden doesn't want to quit. She just needed a little bit of non-female time. But, she's back in the game. She's ready to go. The men, a lot more helpful with Christy. Butch especially is like, making sure to talk directly so she could read his lips. And at night, like, hey, are you hearing everything okay? Or do you know what's going on? Like, Butch very much wants to help Christy feel at home. And that's awesome because she really wasn't getting a lot of that at the women's camp. So that was just a great moment for Butch, I think, on the show. And I love Butch. He's such a nice guy. And Sean and Alex, like I said, they're flirting with each other. They're, becoming close. And, that definitely not the best idea. Showmans and Survivor are even worse than Big Brother. Like, just wait until after the show. Then date each other. They get a word scramble flag retrieval immunity. The new Jabiru wins immunity. And the women, they want a tie vote. Heidi, Christy, Jeanne, they want to go against Roger, Butch, and Dave. And they want maybe to pull Butch in, or they want to pin their votes on Butch. And Dave wants to pull Heidi in. So there's a lot of who's gonna flip on who. Votes come out 4-2. Jeanne, next one voted out. Survivor the Amazon. And everyone's like, oh wow, did not see that coming. Jeanne, she really just got in a bad spot. Did not handle it very well and was going to be voted out next by the women. So, it's just ironic that the tribes swap and she still ends up voted out next. So Christy feels on the outs here. She has no allies really in the game and it does not feel great right now. Matt, he feels safe on the new Jabiru. He's got people he's bonding with, and also he's very good at providing. And they get this log rolling, trying to get roll the person off the log reward for fruits and spices and things. Tambaki wins the reward, and they have a group bath at the new Jabiru, minus Dina. So Jenna, Alex, Rob, Shauna, Matt, they're all group bathing. Dina not wanting a part of that. She's not in this young crowd. Butch, again, bonding with Christy here. Really, Christy has to be Butch's number one fan at this point. He is just really good to her. Trying to make sure she doesn't feel isolated and feels like she belongs. And Alex is now with Shauna. And Rob has decided to take this time to focus on an alliance with Dina, because Dina is probably the most strategic woman, and Rob's the most strategic guy. They're both, just really wanting to get as far in the game as possible, and they decide to come together, bring in Heidi and Jenna, and he can bring in Alex, and they can, be a strong unit beyond the male versus female side of the game. And Rob takes this time to reel in Matt, tells him hey, me and you are going to be in a secret alliance. I will only initiate the conversation. You only talk game with me when I say we're going to talk game. Basically laying it all out, and Matt's just okay, that's fine. And then Rob's just kind of laughing about wow, I just reeled in Matt to do what I want to do, and he's so dumb. This is very young Rob Cesternino, who is just very devious. Dina, she wants Shauna out because Shauna is going to distract Alex, and also going to be it's a number they don't need anymore. They get this immunity where they have to shred pieces of meat, and whoever gets the most combined mass of meat wins. Tom the Key will win the immunity. The Jabiru tribe really not feeling all this loss they've had. And Alex and Matt, very much not fans of each other. I think they both see each other as the biggest threat in the game. And Rob is well, let's not go against Matt right now. Rob's really trying to flip this around here. And by a vote of 4-2, Shauna got her wish, technically, voted out. Final thoughts on Shauna here. Shauna, she wanted to quit. Didn't happen. Then she wants in the game, and then they vote her out. She really just kind of a meh Survivor player. Not really all that memorable. Kind of glad that she got voted out when she did. Rob now wants to turn his attention on Dave. Rob wants Dave gone. Because I think Rob is just really annoyed by Dave. Dave is the golden boy, and Rob just really wants him out. And then they get the key to their lock boxes that they got early on. And it's going to be a merge. And the Rob Dean Alliance from Jabiru, they want to stick together. So they while they're feasting, they're yes, this is what we're going to do. And then together they are the Jackaroo tribe, which means alligator, I think. Roger, he's not saving the beer because he's hey, we don't need to save the beer. We need to save other things. And everyone's mad about it because, hey, that never do something. If all the tribe wants something, just let them have it. Don't go against the masses, especially on something so trivial as this. But Roger's the kind of player that he has to be in full total control, and if he's not, he gets mad, and that is a huge detriment to his game. And so it's Dina versus Roger. The leaders of their respective tribes, they each want to be the leader of the main tribe, and both cannot be. So the men, they're building a shelter. Rob building an alliance. Rob's taking the time to really pull together the alliances. And then they're talking about, Roger probably won't vote for a woman in the end of the game, so he just doesn't need to be on the jury if he's going to look at this like a gender thing. So they want Roger not on the jury. And Roger, true to what they just said, is talking about, hey, guys need to come together, take out all the girls. Guys ride or die to the end. And he goes to sleep early while they're all partying and can now talk strategy, which is, again, if everybody's staying up, stay up with them. Don't be the first one asleep. And Rob's still trying to see maybe we can get Dave back. Rob is very focused on Dave, and I really think that is a little bit of a detriment early on, as he is a little too focused on Dave. It doesn't come back to bite him, but just let Dave go. And Roger wakes everybody up because he's up early working, and it's waking everybody up who just stayed up all night partying. Rob and Dina, they're really going to plot about who's next. And Roger's name keeps coming up. And Dina tells Jenna, hey, Rob's is the number. Meanwhile, not knowing, Jenna doesn't know that Dina would take Rob to the end at this point. Rob and Dina are kind of a final two right now. And they have an endurance immunity, or they have to stay up on these perches. And then Jeff breaks out the food. And Jenna and Heidi get naked for chocolate and peanut butter and then jump off. So they're out first. Then Roger with no food. Butch, Rob, Alex, Matt, and Dave. Comes down to Christy and Dina. Dina wins immunity. First individual immunity. And both Dave and Roger, they're safe. They're like, the guys are riding together to the end. And then by a vote of 7-3, Roger voted out. Matt, Dave, and Roger being the three who voted for, probably was Christy, I think. Dina, she's happy. Super excited about this. Dave, he's shocked. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe they did it. They voted out Roger. Final thoughts on Roger's game. Way too aggressive game player. Like, he tried to just stranglehold the game, and the game was not meant to be strangleholded. It needed to be guided, not forced. And because of that, Roger just didn't know when to keep his mouth shut or when to try to, he was all over the place and not in a good way. And, really, most time, unless he was on maybe Survivor Thailand, he probably doesn't get to the end. Dave, he's trying to kind of float to the end. He's trying to really keep his threat level low. But Rob, not knowing that Rob is just focused on him, laser focused. And then we get, so Matt, for an hour or so a day, he's sharpening this machete. He carries the machete everywhere. He cuts his shoes into sandals, and he's always with the machete. They call him Machete Matt. And he's kind of creeping everybody out because he just doesn't talk. He's just sitting there sharpening his machete. And Rob's like, we're afraid to vote him out because if we vote him out, he's going to turn around and kill us all with the damn machete. He's creepy. He's weird. Just a fun little moment from Matt. So we get this flag retrieval reward for, a spa day and some food. Comes down to Dave, Alex, and Dina. Dave wins reward, takes Dina with him, trying to convince Dina, hey, keep me around, get Matt out. And Dina really does take this talk to heart and is like, hey, you think maybe we should take Matt out instead of Dave and then get Dave next? And Rob not happy about this. He's like, no. Gotta refocus. We got Dave, then Matt. I have Matt under my heel. We don't have Dave like that. And now Dave and Heidi are cuddling. Rob's even more upset because he loves Heidi. And now Dave is now taking the girl he likes. And gnats are bothering everybody. So now Rob's got to deal with all this Dave stuff, and now gnats dealing with everybody else too. Now Rob decides, hey, I'm going to play my side deal with Matt. That was originally just a joke. But I should probably start taking it more seriously, but just so I can, if I can make sure that Matt is on my side, we can probably keep him around. And we get the famous Marquesas challenge where you got to cut, the ropes, get the 3 shots. And that immunity. So Matt's out first, then Dave, then Alex, then Rob, Butch, Christy, and Dina. Comes down to Jenna and Heidi. Jenna wins individual immunity. And Dave is just begging, just give me 3 more days. Just let me get past this round. Heidi, though, she wants Dave out. Heidi wants to keep Dave. Rob wants to keep Matt. And by a vote of 8-1, Dave voted out Rob, gonna get his wish. And Dave goes, Dave really didn't play a bad game. He should have been more active. He tried to do a little too late there. With the Dina stuff, he probably shouldn't have stayed on with Roger as long as he did. And Daniel and all those guys, he just kept, each ship he boarded was sinking right as he got on it. But, he wasn't a terrible player. He didn't do anything. He didn't himself make any moves that really was terrible. But he did try to lay low, and then he immediately fucked it up by winning that reward challenge. He should have just let that one go and, put the target on somebody else. And, with that, ends Phase 2 of Survivor, the Amazon. Next time we're going to talk about Phase 3, how we're going to go to 8 to the Final 4, and kind of talk about those players. We got some big stuff about to happen in these next couple of tribals, and I can't wait to talk about it. So, stay tuned for Phase 3 again. My name is Mac Taylor. Thank you, guys.